Give me 60 seconds and I'll give you 2 shiny new metal albums to stream. But if you stay for a few minutes longer, I'll save you the trouble of deciding what to do with them next. Plus, at the end of the show, I'll give you a 3rd extreme metal album from my secret collection as well, just to say thanks. Terry here again with Cast Metal and another Full Metal review. Welcome back to my dungeon. If you like the stuff that is here on the list next to me, FMR is for you because I review and break down the newest extreme releases of the week from my own charts, so you get new metal every single day. In episode 41, just yesterday, I reviewed Theophanos' new album, Ashes in the Huron River, and Petrification's new album, Sever Sacred Light, and I added them to my library. Last episode has the full breakdown, but in any case, stream them for yourself to see if they are for you. First, Combichrist's brand new Planet Doom EP, and second, Acrid Death's brand new Abominable Presence album. They're up for fresh reviews. Here is review number 1. Before I listened to Combichrist's Planet Doom EP, I opened the page to see there were 5 strong sounding tracks totaling 24 minutes. The album cover artwork, as you can see, is a retro movie theme with heavy use of reds with custom fonts. And I really must say thank you to the album cover artwork artist. Great job here. It really attracted me to this album, so thank you very much. Between the album artwork and the song titles, I'm visualizing something pretty heavy, and although it's categorized as metal in Apple Music, my genre description beforehand, just for fun, I'm going to go with new or groove metal, but I'll reveal what I thought their actual genre is after I listen to the album. Then at the end of the show, I'll compare it to their actual bio. We'll see if I was on point or if I'm full of baloney. Track 1, it opens ominously like a horror movie, then it goes into a crushing rhythm and it has me hooked really fast. It feels like a new metal with industrial metal at this point, and it is wild stuff. Track 2 is massive. Bass is like diesel powered and the rhythm guitars are massive, crushing and razor sharp with the vocals that are very determined, and I'm thinking to myself, oh yeah, at this point. Track 3, it feels industrial and techno. It's very dark, deep, intense, and immense. Yes, I love it. Track 4, it's punchy, crunchy, and deep. We like it. Finally, track 5 ends it all with an explosive, electric, strong, deep, meaningful rhythm with bass and percussion. It's excellent all the way through. Finishes nice and strong. I would say in summary that if you take a little Rammstein and a little Static X and you add it to a hamburger bun, that's probably going to be Combichrist. And it's excellent. It's going to be at home on my big sound system, and I'm thinking it might actually work out pretty well in a nightclub too, believe it or not. I describe the recording and sound quality as professional, polished, and balanced, but it is pushing the limits. A little wee bit crunchy, but that's fine. Production and musicality was absolutely refined, in my opinion. The energy and intensity was high. Rhythm and tempo, it was immense. Lyrical theme, I find, was political, that obey, comply type lyrical content. Becoming a mainstream or radio act here it's likely, but it's not a deal breaker. This is a really good band. The range, flow, and layout of the album is consistent. The tracks are arranged meticulously. They remind me at this point of Ministry, Rammstein, Marilyn Manson, and ChatGPT. If we head there, they list a whole bunch of them. They go with Ministry, KMFDM, Frontline Assembly, Skinny Puppy, Rammstein, Nine Inch Nails, Fear Factory, Suicide Commando, and I'm pretty sure that you guys get the point where we're going with this. So I describe the vocals as strong fry, with heavy conviction. This guy here, he's almost bleeding for his music. The guitars I can only describe as razor sharp with exceptional rhythm. Bass section was apocalyptic immense. And finally, the drums and percussion performance was clean, full, strong, the very standard 2/4 fashion for the most part. And there was an abundance of synthesizer and sampling here, sound bites, and so on and so forth, okay, to make this album up. Lastly, I rate this album's temperature as a cold feeling with a seismic reading of 8.2, very strong. I think I'm going to send this one to my wife. I think that she's going to like this one for sure. General feeling I had during this session was chillingly electric, which led me to give this album a very dark tonality shade. And the overall color or colors I would describe as white like icy snow. And in summary, my prediction from earlier was pretty bunk. I did say nu metal or groove metal, and it is not. It is highly industrial, but the official bio, as I look at it over here, it does say the same thing. It does say industrial metal. My favorite tracks, they're all equal, but I'd say 2 and 5 were the strongest ones. And this one is going right into my library right after this show. That's review number 1. And then we head to our next selection here. All right. So before I listen to this next album, Abominable Presence of Blight, okay, by Acrid Death. I open the page and I see that there's 9 really strong sounding tracks, a full 27 minutes. The album cover artwork, as you can see, is epic. Take a look at this album cover. And the thing that really gets me about it is the golden fonts. The use of that, it's really, really quite beautiful. It attracted me to this album. You have an apocalyptic demon coming through the void type of feel to it. To the artist who did this, kudos, okay, because I saw it so quickly, it was unreal. My first impression, this time it has me visualizing, just by looking at the gold fonts, I'm thinking something mega heavy. And although it's categorized as death or black metal in Apple Music, I know that they don't use all the fancy schmancy metal terms we use, so I predict the genre to be, I'll say black and death metal as well. And I'll say that beforehand, but I'll have revealed what I thought their actual genre is after I listen to the album at the end of the show, and I'll compare things up and see if I was right or not. Track 1 opens signaling the onslaught to come in a peacock-like display of immense thunderous harmony and rhythm. Rhythmic instruments only, so I'm thinking to myself, let's go, okay? While track 2 explodes like a nail bomb because I feel the prickly shards going into my skin already. It's deep, immense, big, and I'm in. There's no doubt about it. This is a really good album. Track 3, it's fast, fiery, and furious, and I love the intensity. Track 4 just smashes along with undulating rhythmic force, the whole package. This album is just brutal all the way through. Track 5 is equally immense, thunderous, and again, it's totally brutal. It is nice, okay? Track 6 plows through my head like a bulldozer, ouch in a good sense. Next, track 7, I describe as sonic decapitation. It is so heavy. Unbelievable, spectacular stuff. Track 8 is incredibly electric. This song here, track 8, it would be absolutely killer live. Okay? And finally, we have track 9. And it ends absolutely epically. It is a befitting end. It is super heavy, and it closes the whole show right out. Okay, so in summary, the vocalizations I found, they were uniquely chilling. This is a vocalist who sounded like he was actually suffering. This band understands the art of storytelling, and they're very smart, in my opinion. Acrid Death, if you are watching, we are not worthy, okay? We're not worthy. We're not worthy. The recording and sound quality was professional, a little wee bit harsh in the guitar area alone, which leads me to believe it may be intentional. While production and musicality was very raw, energy and intensity was red line high. And the rhythm and tempo was immense but rangy. Lyrical theme here is darkness. Becoming a mainstream act here is definitely not going to be a possibility. They belong to us forever, metal warriors out there. The range, flow, and layout of the album is consistent. Tracks are arranged meticulously. Proof is actually looking at the first and final track for yourself to know that you're in for a good ride. They remind me of No One, because I found that the vocal work was such a standout. I've developed brain fog at this point. Chat GPT, what did you say? We go here. Chat GPT compares Acrid Death to Autopsy, Repulsion, Impetigo, Carnage, Bloodbath, Carcass, especially early works. Well, it's pretty detailed. Pungent, Stench, Nihilist, Entombed, Macabre, and Exhumed. All right, so we'll go with that. That's apparently what ChatGPT thinks that they sound like. I think that they're unique upon themselves. So the vocals I describe as godlike, growling, very unique, while the guitars I can only describe as full, clean, with strong rhythm and solo work. The bass section is a matching thick slab of power for everything to layer itself on. And finally, the drums and percussion performance was full, tight, rangy, and solid. And it was just bare bones. It's just guys in a studio with their instruments, and that's it. General feeling I had during this review was completely electric, which led me to give this album a very dark tonality shade rating, and overall color or colors as stormy gray with black, for sure. Lastly, I rate the temperature of this album as very cold. It's got a seismic reading of a massive 8.8 on the Richter scale, and I'm going to have to listen to it again right after this video. Well, actually, wait, I got some family time coming, so I'll play it after midnight tonight. In summary, my predictions from earlier, they were somewhat accurate. I said black and deathcore at the beginning just for fun, but truthfully, this one here is death metal strapped to a rocket with blackened hues all the way through. The official bio, it simply says death metal. My favorite tracks were, quite frankly, if it was food, all would be edible. Every track was very good. It is absolutely going into my collection for sure, and it should go into yours too. Stream this one, collect it, enjoy it, and get them paid, okay? So that comes to a conclusion for another episode of FMR. So I'm going to dig through my treasure chest and recommend Vitriol's brand new Suffer and Become album just for you, just to say thanks for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. And that's it. Please remember to support your favorite metal artists, stream them, engage them on social, buy the merch, see them live, and join me again soon for another episode of FMR. Please hit that subscribe button because metal music matters, and I really want to help set up your notifications, get your new recommendations here first. And lastly, I don't say this very much, but I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. They're starting to trickle in a little wee bit. And sincerely, I'm very, very grateful for you. So thank you kindly. I appreciate it. Have an amazing Saturday night. Thank you.